This video is sponsored by PupBox. Hey Rose, do you know what PupBox is?
No, what is it?
PupBox is a monthly subscription box aimed at helping you train your puppy. Every month you get age-appropriate items that are relevant to training your dog at that specific time in their life. And you also get a great training guide in every box. Whoa! She just immediately goes into it. Looks like you've got like a tug toy on one of the arms. There's squeakers everywhere on this toy. And the reason that's so important, when you have a toy that's fun to tug with, that makes sounds, that's far more likely to keep your dog interested. 3-month-old puppies like Rose are definitely gonna be play biters and destructive chewers. I love that they included a Kong, and they even include this peanut butter, which is optimized for dogs. Rose, that's not the toy. This will keep your puppy preoccupied. Sweet potato chews. With a 3-month-old dog, they've got to have a variety of different things to chew on. So between the Kong and these sweet potato chews and some homemade chews like frozen carrots, this is likely to help you deal with even the most persistent puppy teething. A treat pouch and treats. These will come in handy later. PupBox has a great deal right now. You can get 50% off of your first PupBox when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription by going to pupbox.com/Zach and using discount code ZACH, link below. Click thumbs up for Rose, the 3-month-old English Shepherd puppy. If you've got a new dog, subscribe to my channel. It's free and you'll learn everything you need to know. Get extra training tips from me on Instagram too. I'm super active over there. And get my book. It makes the perfect companion to these videos. You guys have been asking for more follow-up videos for dogs I feature on my channel, so that's exactly what I'm giving you today. Last time we introduced Rose to her first leash training session outside, but in a relatively distraction-free environment. Today we're gonna take Rose's leash skills to the next level by training in 3 different environments, each with increasing levels of difficulty. Let's start in a normal neighborhood setting right now. Before you do training in public places like this with your dog, make sure that your dog is vaccinated and you have the okay from your vet. It's easy to forget your treats when you take your dog on a walk, so make sure you have your currency because you're gonna need to be able to motivate your dog to listen to you. Fortunately, I've got my treat pouch and my treats from my 3-month pup box, so we're in good shape. Oh, okay, right there. So she's very curious about people. I'm gonna get her warmed up with an easy sit right there since we are in a new environment. The fact that she's sitting for a treat tells me I'm in good shape. Now that I've confirmed that she'll pay attention to me in this new place, I'm ready to start my leash walking session with her. So we're gonna take a couple of steps over here. There's a little bit of jumping. That's kind of a real common issue that a lot of puppies have. On one hand, I really love this playful energy and that she's so into me, but on the other hand, I want her to learn how to walk nicely on a leash. Training a puppy, you really have to walk the line between allowing them to have fun while at the same time showing them the rules that you expect them to listen to. When she jumps right now for this lesson, I'm gonna make it very clear to withhold and put her into a sit. I wanna really get the mechanics down before we take a proper walk. Sit, yes. Sit, yes. Sit, yes. I'm quickly putting Rose into that sit before she has a chance to jump. See right there how she crosses in front of me? A lot of dogs do that when they're learning how to walk on leash. So I'm gonna work on keeping her on one side of me. I think I'll go with my left side and I'll just encourage her like this, keeping the treat over there. So every time that she crosses in front of me or thinks about it, I'm gonna redirect her off to the side. And you gotta be pretty relentless in your consistency about redirecting your dog to keep them on one side of you. Oh, look at that. Look how she's staying on my left. And as soon as she starts to run ahead like that, do you see how I'm turning to keep her on one side? That should go a long way to getting her in the habit of walking on one side of you. And you might notice the rate at which I'm rewarding here is pretty significant. There's a dog over here and there's a person up there. All right, let me get her attention on me. Sit, perfect. And this was a really good opportunity because see, they're really far away over there. That gives me enough room to really get her attention. That's why practicing in areas like this that are at your dog's current skill level are really important. And see, those are the real world distractions that you get when you train in public. This is why training inside of your house isn't good enough, but you want to get your dog really reliable with minor distractions like this before you take them to places that are more distracting, like where dogs frequent or where dogs actually are. So let's go find some more challenging distractions. Look at her checking this place out. So this place, there are many dogs and people that walk here regularly, so there's lots of scents here. You can see she's immediately intrigued. I'm not just gonna jump into a training session right now. Being in a new place like this with so many different smells and sights, I'm gonna give her a second to adjust. Rose, come on, let's go. I'm not gonna pull her. See how she's resisting me because she's distracted in public right now? Come here. See, she's a little slow to respond, but she's responding nonetheless, so I really appreciate that. Yes! Did you see that? She automatically looked back. Those are the types of moments you really want to recognize. It's important to really get your dog to go through the motions by themselves. hear that? Loud truck. I didn't know that was coming. This is the beauty of training in public. Take advantage of those moments. She reacted well. I mean, she acknowledged the truck. That's okay. I know it doesn't look like much, but when you have a dog this young, you take any victory you can get. It's normal with a puppy who doesn't know very much yet to constantly correct them and say, no, no, but that's so counterproductive. You have to search for reasons to acknowledge what your dog is doing right. That'll be the fastest path to success. So rather than saying, no, don't jump on me, no, don't pull on the leash, no, don't pick up that thing on the ground, say things like, yes, I like that you looked at me. Yes, I like that you acknowledged that turn. Yes, I like that you left that piece of garbage alone when I redirected you with the treat. In general, yes, it's a good idea to get garbage out of your dog's mouth when they get to it, but I saw an opportunity there to really teach her to think and redirect with a treat, so I snapped into training mode. Rose, this way. Much quicker to respond that time. She's becoming more reliable, so I'm kind of rewarding, say, every other time right now instead of every single time like I was before. Now she's really looking to me to see where the walk is headed. Teaching your dog to walk nicely on a leash is actually a months-long process because dogs need to learn how to walk nice contextually in a variety of different places. I can't emphasize that enough. One of the most challenging things you can ask just about any dog to do is to listen to you in the presence of other dogs. Let's see how that goes. So we're here at the dog park right now. Obviously her interest is piqued. I mean, there's dogs walking in and out of the dog park. Before I even focus on doing any actual training with her, I've got to let her take this in. I mean, this is wild. There's dozens of dogs everywhere, and I can't just expect her to tune that out, especially at the age of 3 months old. Oh, she's discovered the dogs over here. Hey, it's okay. So right there, she's excited by another dog. I'm seeing a lot of activity where she's showing these outbursts towards other dogs right now, but we're kind of right on the threshold. It's hard for her to focus, so I think we need to get a little farther away from the dog. The farther you are away from a distraction, the easier it is to get your dog to listen to you. Now, I'm thinking that we should have better luck over here. And even though we've only gone 20 feet back, this is a new environment, a bit easier environment for her because she's farther away from the dogs entering the park over here, and there's fewer dogs over here. Rose, come on. So right now, even though she's ignoring me, I'm saying, Rose, come here, I'm still gonna go ahead and reward her because she's not barking and lunging at the other dogs like she was doing before. So again, I'm really searching for those reasons to acknowledge progress over perfection. Because she's becoming a little less reliable, I'm gonna reward her just a little bit extra right now. And I'm just changing direction here to really get her focused on me because I can change direction at any time when walking her on a leash. So she needs to learn to pay attention to me when I do shift directions. Be patient with your dog. Do not insist that they perfect leash walking at this age, of course. Remember, it's a months-long process. And right now, I feel like I've got her attention pretty good, so I'm gonna reward, you know, about 50% of the time right now for this particular lesson. Balancing that rate of reinforcement is quite tricky. By rate of reinforcement, I'm talking about the degree with which you reward. In other words, the less reliable a dog is, the more often you need to reward, and the more reliable your dog is, the less often you need to reward. I think Rose is ready to go back up here. Let's see how she does. So anytime she voluntarily gives me her attention in the presence of other dogs, I want to be sure to go ahead and let her know I appreciate that. She's taking treats. Again, that means that she's receptive to listening to me. We've got a dog coming. Let's see how she behaves now. Look at me. Good work. She can look at the dog. Now let's move. Good. Back here and look at this. Much better. And this is why using a good currency is so important when you're working with your dog, because look how compliant she is. Now, you can wean your dog off treats over time, but at 3 months old, that's not the time to do it. Rose, this way. She sees the dog. Yes! Magic moment right there. She looked directly at that dog and then paid attention to me. I mean, this is fantastic for an introductory lesson. Get 50% off your first Pup Box when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription by going to pupbox.com/Zach and entering discount code Zach. Click thumbs up for Rose. She did a great job. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you have a new dog especially. I'll show you everything you need to know to get them trained. Pick up a copy of my book and support our videos on Patreon. Make sure you're following us on Instagram for even more training tips too. See you guys in the next video. Good job.